there. You know, and the glasses too, right? They come off. Anything that's out over the boat, once it goes over there, don't go reaching for it, okay? People will fumble the phone, they got it on there, so try and keep everything inside there, y'all. Now, a couple more things before we really take off and go alligator hunting. Anytime that you feel or you hear the boat going to gear, look, we've had some high water, it's brought a lot of logs and debris, trash into the river, a lot of things that we can hit when we're kind of cruising along. So if you're standing up and we hit something, and we come to a quick stop, if you're not sitting down, you're gonna go flying, all right? So try and stay seated when we're moving along, especially when we're moving fast. Mr. Wade was 64 years old when I came through and he rode it out, right? Didn't evacuate. And I said he rode it out, not in his house, but in his boat tied to his house, almost up above his house, with the bow facing into the wind is how he had to ride that storm out, right? Pretty gnarly for a 64-year-old man. A couple years ago almost now, we had Hurricane Ida come through, about 8 feet of water coming in here, right? Pretty bad, not as bad as Katrina, but still, we're live pretty well. But somebody does this groundwater so warm, sometimes there'll be a little gator. Sometimes we're going to be around that warm water. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll be right over here. Good sign for us to go feed gators. If they're out here on the river, they're going to be out there in the honey hole. I feel pretty confident about that. Like that in the spring to get intoxicated on them. Everything down here likes to get drunk, y'all. They're not afraid to do it right in the middle of the day either, y'all. I've seen that in the French Quarter. Okay, let's go before we get down there and get up close and personal with these gators. Just kind of coming out.
No, that's not out.
No, it's not. Looks like it's snout in the eyes. Yeah, I always like to tell people that story right before we get up. Gotta raise the stakes for you a little bit. The name comes from the Cherokee Trail. So if you look at these flowers, 5 white petals on each one represent the 5 clans of the Cherokee Indian, and then that gold center represents the gold of the wealth of their land, sort of the greed of, you know, exploration coming in and kind of stripping them of their natural land. That's what's called the Cherokee River. That's a good sized gator, y'all.
About 4 or 5 feet.
That's probably going to be 8 to 9 inches. Very sensitive vibration on the water, right? Can lead to, you know, horrible things like diabetes going. So what we've switched over to is
They'll run off in the water here. Up in the tree there. Don't know if it's the eagle or...
For obvious reason, I look like a pipe worm with almost holes in it. Vertical like that. But that's all mama's work, y'all. She does all the heavy lifting. Might not move, you know. Get a good range, construction site, let it up play area, something like that. Red crab traps over there. Kind of typical of what you see life down on the bayou. Now, he's been working for us for about 2 years, right? But every day before that, he'd be out there on the back dock with his hound dog, no shirt on, you know, that thick Cajun accent, you know, just showing people fish and crabs and everything that he caught before. Or something that he had, a couple weeks ago, he had about a 70-pound alligator snapper in that blue pool right there, right? So you ever seen an alligator snapper, one of those menacing things you'll ever see in your life? But, you know, eventually, like, man, you want a job, like, you would be perfect for doing these tours. You're custom made. You live your whole life out here. So, about 2 years ago, we gave him a job and a shirt. He's been good about putting that on every day, so we kept him around there. But you just got his country folk. It's all of you, it's kind of people.
He's venomous, right?
No, it's not. Yeah, I'm sure. If it was a moccasin, you see it looks like that. Nobody would get up to you trying to get a look at it. It's saying our snail.
A little rusty.
Mama might be close.
Those Spanish, they didn't have a lot of facial hair, but those Spaniards had those big long beards, right? Hey, another little one, huh? See if we can get him over here. He might be up. That should be a pretty looking one too. Maybe we'll come this way. What? Protein pellets. Yep.
That little turtle back there from the tree. Oh, yeah.
Nothing to do with it, huh? Still kind of warming up this morning. See how lethargic they're moving, right? They're really, really slow. Yep. There's a turtle in the water right here, y'all.
Yeah, this is a nesting area.
Hide out pretty well in that kind of stuff.
There's a mama out there somewhere. See two small ones about that size?
See if I can get this turtle in to come and eat a little bit. And look, I'll kind of back up slow. You can see him. Look how long his beak is, right?
Trust me, they'll get shit. They're busy. They don't fly away like normal birds.
That's the limpkin bird. That's the snail hunter right there. That really long beak got a little bit of a curve to it too, but they're perfectly designed to try and get up in that shell, get around the curvature of it, and kind of squeeze them out. Again, really skinny legs.
Straight ahead.
Also has that
Kinda
long neck.
to the left
really
of this bigger
neck.
tree.
And that beak on that bird, you may not be able to tell here, but a lot of times 7 or 8 inches long. It's sharp as a pencil, y'all. And what they use, that striking motion to stab down a fish and kind of flip them up and eat them. Now, you saw that first gator was a good one. We said about 7 or 8 feet, right? And you could probably imagine it'd be a dangerous situation to encounter one in the wild, potentially life-threatening for you. That bird right there is responsible for more human deaths in the state of Louisiana than the American alligator is. Yep. So, be very still. Just kidding about the still. They're not aggressive, okay? But there's a sportsman's paradise right here. There's a lot of fishing nets left all over the place. And look how lanky that bird is from its neck down to those skinny legs. Easy to get kind of tangled up in a net. And there's some good people in the world. A good Samaritan might come by and try to help that bird get untangled. Well, it's never a good idea to try to handle a wild animal. They're going to get agitated, even if you're trying to help them. I was reading a story about a lady, that exact situation, about 5-6 years ago. She was trying to get one helped out and untangled. Well, when she got that long neck uncoiled, and that 7-inch long beak sharp as a pencil stabbed at her. Now the power it can generate from that natural motion was good enough to go through her chest plate, pierce her heart, and sever her spine on the back side. That's how much power they can generate. You gotta think that long, once it got through the chest plate, there was nothing else to stop it. Yeah, they can eat these all day long. They're slow right now. They don't have much energy. They're waiting to warm up. They'll get one of these logs.
I see eggs.
Yep. Now you gotta think, y'all. They eat that apple snail. It's got that parasite, right? So we can't eat that bird. So this bird's never been hunted by man. It's got no fear of man. So we can pull right up to them, right? And they're not scared at all. They don't view us as a threat because they've never been hunted. So you can get right up close to these guys. Now you can really see how long that beak is. That little bit of curvature to it, right?
Yeah, most of it.
That parasite will be terminal to you. It'll kill you. Yep. I tell you, if there's a way to eat something South Louisiana, we'll find a way to eat that. You know. It's kind of cool how close you can get to them. But you see, especially that one out in the swamp, you see how well they, for a non-native bird, I mean, they blend in so well out here.
Well, there's two.
Did you? Oh, there's a couple there. Just like Disneyland, there's a lot of lines. Absorb all those little fine particles and even dissolve them. It'll totally clean up, get rid of small, clean up a waterway like that in a totally natural, clean way. So you start in one spot of the tree and walk around, it'd be about 2 of these boat lengths to how far you got to walk around that tree. That's how big it is. They estimate that one to be about 2,500 years old. Or biblically. What are you going to make as your ring bearer for that ceremony too? Trust anybody walking out here with a ring on a pillow. We always call it the whiskey tree. Traditionally what's been called out here. They say you come out with a $20 bill rolled up, stick it in one of those little hollowed out nubs, at night, you come back in the morning, and there'll be a bottle of moonshine waiting for you at the bottom of the tree. You didn't hear me say at night. I gotta take my foot off. There's a liquor store around there what I'm getting. Do y'all feel like y'all got close enough to that other snake that we saw?
Yeah.
You want to get closer to one? Yes. That word is Brazilian.